Welcome back to lesson number 2. Now we're going to talk about the foundation. Now, this whole training program here, we have really tried to make it as simple as possible, as easy to understand as possible, and as practical for you as possible, so that you get some good ideas, you get some tools that will help you not only at work, how to create a team, but also in your personal life, because we are part of many teams in our life. Our family is, of course, our core team. Maybe you have some friends, which is also your part of your team. Or maybe you are part of a football team or other clubs, which is also teams. So these tools, principles, ideas can be used to any team that you're part of in your life. So now when we look at the foundation, now imagine for a moment, if you have a piece of land and you want to build a house on this piece of land there. Now, so first of all, you have to get rid of all the rubbish, you have to level the piece of land, etc. Then you build a foundation. And now, after you have a strong foundation, you can build a house on top of this foundation. Now, the bigger the building or the taller the building, you want, the stronger the foundation. But you first need to clear the piece of land so you can build the foundation on top of it. The same when we are learning something. So when we go through the training, maybe you have some ideas or some thoughts or beliefs that maybe is not the right ones. So maybe you need to get rid of them so you can build this foundation. So first of all, as foundation for this training here, we have put together some key principles that we really believe in. When I say we, this is me, my wife, and our team that we work with, etc. So this is our foundation principles. The first one, it is success. Success, it is both material and non-material. If you think about it, if we take the yin and the yang, which is the hard and the soft, the masculine, the feminine, etc., we want some kind of a balance in life. And success should also be a balance. So we want, of course, to be successful in the material world, which means you need to have money, you want to have a nice home, you want to have a nice car, you want to have some kind of, we could say, financial security, which is material success. But we also have non-material success. We want to be in a good mood, we want to be healthy, we want to have good relations with people. Basically, we want to enjoy life. And if you look around you, the people that you know, who do you know, or do you know anybody who's not really enjoying their life? They don't get pleasure from their life. Maybe they have a very nice home and money, but still they don't enjoy life. So that's why it is vital to have both material and non-material success. There should be a balance. So when we talk about working as a team, of course we want to be success in the material world, but also make sure that we have success in the non-material. Now, to achieve this, there are 2 key factors that will determine how successful we become. The first factor, this is to do with our mindset. What are we thinking? What is our belief system? What ideas do we have? What is our attitude to things? Are we an optimistic person or are we a more pessimistic person? Which is our mindset, everything that happens in here. So we need to have the right mindset. But the right mindset is not enough. You can have confidence in something, but you also need to have the skills. We have to be able to do it. So we will go in more details with what is it or how do we develop the mindset and how do we develop the skills. So in this golden key of teamwork, we of course will talk about the teamwork mindset and the teamwork skills. What skills do we need to work as a team? And again, I want to say, when we talk here about a team, this is everyone in your company or in your business from top to bottom. We as a team are together to make this business successful. For me, I learned this when I was on the ship. Even though you have a captain on the ship, we have to follow his orders. But everybody is together. Because if there's a hole in the ship, and if we don't fix the hole, everybody's going to die. The ship will sink. So we could say, together in this. And the next principle, it is, sometimes in life we have to go through a storm. And sometimes there's sunshine. Sometimes life is easy. We have money. We have lots of clients. Other times there's difficult time. There's conflicts. There's problems, etc. Now, the idea here, when you're on a ship, of course, you're always ready for the storm. You never know when a storm could come. And my wife and I, we live here in Florida. Every year there's a hurricane season. So there's going to come a hurricane. You are ready for it. You put your sandbags up so that the water doesn't come in, etc. But other times there's sunshine. So the mechanism or the principle here is we are always ready to deal with the storm. And second, in our mindset, we know the storm is temporary and we want to survive the storm. We want to go through it so that after the storm, we are ready for the sunshine again. So we go back and forwards between the sunshine and the storm. And the next principle, it is we can't expect magic to happen all the time. You cannot just wave the wand and then the money or the success is coming down from the sky. The same, if you look yourself in the mirror and you go, oh, I'm a little bit too overweight. You cannot just press a button or wave the wand and now you're healthy and fit. So we can't expect magic to happen, also not in business. Of course, sometimes we are lucky, we're at the right place at the right time and great things is happening. But other times we're at the wrong place, so we have to create it ourselves. And also, we cannot depend on hope. We cannot just cross the fingers and say, oh, I hope business will be successful. I hope the crisis will be over soon. No, we need to take control of it. And how we do that, we have to kind of operate on a strategy. So everything in life is a strategy. So it's just like a game of chess. So if you think of life or your business or your family, it's just like a game of chess. You're moving some pieces. You're all the time planning ahead. You have to think, oh, if I move this, probably the other person is going to move this, or this, then I will do some certain things and so on. But we are all the time looking ahead, not just living right here in the moment. Sun is shining, everything's going to be great. You need to be prepared for when, they say, the storm could happen or conflicts or problems, etc., etc. And the next factor is there is a difference between a sprint and a marathon mindset. Now, if you look at life, life is a long marathon. We have this amazing opportunity in life. But many people, they have too much what we call a sprint mindset. And what we mean with this, that many people think, I want money now. I want health now. I want relationship now. Instead of, if you have a marathon mindset, you're thinking, I want money for life. I want financial success for life. I want health and fitness for life. I want a business for life. Now, this mindset, the marathon mindset, is much, much more successful than only looking for success now. So think about it. Where do you have a kind of a sprint mindset and where do you have a marathon mindset? Or maybe we need to change our mindset to certain things. Now, in this particular training, we talk about teamwork. So we want a marathon team. We want a team who stays with us for the long haul. So it's like in business, you will kind of say, we want a team of personnel retention. How do we keep people in our team? Not that we have trapped them as slaves in our company. No, they want to be here because this is the best place for them to be in. So how do we retain people into our company? Not that always the best people or the most competent are often leaving, so we have to hire new people. So there's this big turnover of personnel. So think of the marathon. And another principle is, even if we have some kind of a negative situation, you look at the left, see this boy, he doesn't look very happy. But the point is, even if we have a negative situation, we can change. So this is a mindset. Whatever shit is going on now, we can change the negative to the positive. That's a mindset thinking. And for me, this has helped me so much in my life because I have been extremely fortunate that I had the opportunities to travel to so many different countries, meeting people in different cultures, doing so many different things, not only as a trainer, which I'm doing now, but also other activities of my life. So the key point here is we can change. Now, to do that, we need to have what we call to be strong and sparkle like a diamond. As you probably know, a diamond, this is one of the strongest substances on earth. So we, as a human being, in our mindset, we want to be strong as a diamond, but we also want to have this positive energy, so we are sparkling to the world around us. And here the point is, the more problems there is outside ourselves, in the world itself, so for us to survive it and be successful even during extreme situations, we need to be very strong, to sparkle, and to be very, very smart. And to do that, we are constantly analyzing what is successful and what is unsuccessful. So what we mean here is, when you are successful, you are reaching your goals, you're hitting the target, you're getting what you want. So that is your success. But sometimes you're not successful. Maybe sometimes you feel you're walking in the dark forest, you don't know where to go, there's no light. Should I go straight or back or right or left? So we can be kind of lost. So if you are a professional sports person, like a football player or artist, etc., you're always analyzing what is successful and what is unsuccessful. So here, I really recommend you on a regular basis, either by yourself, maybe every evening, sit down, what was successful today and what was not successful today, and write it down in your success book. Or you can do it once a week. What was successful this week and what was unsuccessful this week, and what can we learn from this? And in business or even in the family, discuss it with each other. Can you imagine you sit down with your dining table with your family and just ask each family member, what was successful this week and what was not successful this week? And write it down. What can we learn from it? What should we improve on, etc. Now, this is a very, very powerful analysis. And our goal, this is to become what we call a true professional. A true professional, it's a person who, first of all, is very friendly. The person gets along with others. The person is very competent, knowing exactly what to do. And the person has very high level of result. That's what we call a true professional. Very often when we do corporate training, we come into a company, a training only the team of that company. And when we ask the director or the owner, what is your biggest problem here in the company? What gives you the most stress? Very often, the director will say, my biggest specialist is my biggest problem. And we ask, how is that possible? Because the biggest specialist is the most competent, has the most result, but very often also it's the most unfriendly person. The person can be arrogant, prima donna, rude to the personnel, even could be rude or unpleasant towards the client, because this person has a little bit, you maybe heard, a star syndrome. They feel, I am the superstar here. But this is not a team player. So we want to work as a team where we get along with each other. Now, imagine just for a moment that in your company or in your family, what if you're all true professionals? What if everybody's friendly to each other? And I don't mean it in a stupid way. You just get along with each other. You're in harmony with each other. Everybody's competent at that job or their function, and everybody have a high level of result. Now, that's what we will call a dream team, or we could call it a 5-star team. It's a team which has reached a very, very high level. So, what we are trying to do with this teamwork training course here, the golden key of teamwork, it is for you to become a team of true professionals, so that you kind of, we could say, have created in your company or in your family like kind of an oasis of friendliness, competence, and result. Because out there, the world is very extreme. We have been to many places where people are very unfriendly to each other. They're very incompetent. They have very low level of result. It's a very unpleasant environment. So we call that the jungle. So we want to create an oasis of friendliness, competence, and result in the middle of the jungle. So we ideally have two oases, our family home and our work home. All right, and then if we do that, now we can start to take control of our life. Now, I don't know if you have ever heard, there's a principle. We are all self-made. Now, what does that mean? So that means, in my case, whatever situation or condition that I am in, my level of success, I made it happen, independently of the environment. And usually, when you go to very successful people, they really feel, I am self-made. I made it. I created it. I made this happen. Of course, there are barriers, difficulties from the environment, but I broke through it. And usually, when you talk to unsuccessful people, they will say, no, I didn't make my unsuccess. They're pointing fingers at the government, the environment, competitors, or other people, etc. So blaming others for our situation is not, I'm very sorry to say it, but it's not a very good strategy. I don't know if you ever met people who are often blaming others for their specific situations. Instead, look in the mirror and say to yourself, I am a self-made person. I make me who I am today. And then when we say here, take control of your life, because either you go up in life or you stay more or less the same, or you go down in life. But you control it. It's your choice. Do you want to go up? Do you want to stay the same? Or do you want to go down? And of course, I prefer to go up. But it's not always easy, because sometimes there's storms and we stay more or less the same. Sometimes we maybe go down in life. Sometimes we get even knocked down in life. But all kind of stuff is happening. But we get back up again. So we never give up. So if you always get up, whatever you get knocked by, you are successful. We are unsuccessful the moment we give up. So this is our, what we can call it, foundation principles. Now for this assignment, now open your workbook and write down, what are your foundation principles? What do you believe in? How do you see it? Maybe you will take some of the principles we have now talked about here in the training, or you have other principles that is for you, your foundation. Now, from my experience, working with people from many different countries, cultures, etc., those people with a strong foundation usually will become more successful in life. But the foundation starts in our mindset. How do we look at things? How do we believe in things? And now in this training, we talk about teamwork. Why is teamwork so important? We will talk more about it in much more detail in future lessons. But first, the foundation. All right, do the assignment, discuss it with your colleagues, and I see you at the next lesson.